My name is Cindy Mezas. You're watching the lunch breaks here at Healing Journeys today, so I promise it won't be long. Okay, check this out. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving because I think sometimes we forget about that. Well, I do. And even though I'm someone, I will tell you Thanksgiving should be on top of the list, I can still be not that thankful. And what I mean about that is, life happens. Things are just happening. You need to do this and you need to go there. And then you need to do, a lot of stuff can happen with your kids maybe, or your grandkids, or the ministry. Because for me, a lot is just ministry. But it can be things financially, it can be things bodily. So it can be a lot of things that are going on, that is happening. And then, for me, it works like that. Then I'm not that thankful. So I just wanted to show you something. You see here, I got two glasses. And I always love doing this. I just like it, on YouTube. When they do that, I'm like, that's so great when they start doing this. So you see that my glass, it is actually half full or half empty, which way you see it. But then I have the same glass and it's filled to the fullest. Okay. So you see, same glasses. There's nothing different about it. The only thing is how much it's filled. That's the only, thing. Okay. I want to laugh so loud. But okay, listen to this. Thanksgiving. What I see a lot of people do is that you already heard about Thanksgiving. If you go to church, you hear about giving thanks, being thankful, and all those type of things. But what I've seen is that people are doing it like on a automatic pilot, something like that, because it's like Thanksgiving. Yeah, we need to give thanks. That's just something I know I need to do that. So that's why I'm doing that, implement it in my day. So it's just done. Or they do Thanksgiving in the sense that if I give God thanks, then he will give me, because hey, the praises go up, the blessings come down. It's always like, when I do this, then Papa God will do that. And that's the same with Thanksgiving. But for me, Thanksgiving, it got this whole new meaning, so to speak, when I was so sick. And for me, the sickness, I always talk about the pain, but it was more than just the pain. There was so much more going on. There was so much emotionally going on. I had so much pain and so much hurt. I lost people. There was so many things going on at the same time. Financially, when you're so sick, you cannot work. You get behind on paying bills, and then there's not enough money to pay the bills, and there's so much this and there's so much that. So there was so much more going on than just being sick. Okay, so in 2017, if you haven't heard my story, you can go and check my story out. But in 2016, I got attacked like, whoa. And I had to have an emergency operation, and that saved my life at that moment. But that was not a great quality of life living like that, and I just knew that. So when I came home 2017, I spent like a month and a half in total in the hospitals. Well, I wasn't very thankful there. Sometimes I was, but not always. So what happened was that this whole Thanksgiving just took up another meaning when I started to really search the scriptures concerning this. But first, before I get to those Thanksgiving scriptures that they just lit up my life, let's first go to Isaiah 26:3, because that also has a lot to do with why we are thankful, how we are thankful. So I really want to first go there. Isaiah, what did I say? 26:3. I'm in Jeremiah. Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, very great book. Love it, love it. Love. When I say that, I think almost everything, every Bible book. But Isaiah 26:3, and it says here, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for in Jah the Lord is everlasting strength. So I just read verse 3 and verse 4. Now, of course, if you go and study this out, it has all the yummies in it that we need, you know, yum, yum. But I wanted to point something out, that the moment I sense that I'm not that thankful, that I'm not really living in gratitude, you know, I'm not on gratitude lane, I'm more, you know, going to the complaining side, or I'm sighing a little bit more, like, you know, like that. Or, you know, my mind is so clouded with this, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to go there, I have to do that, all this, and it's ministry. So this is not even scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, or no, that's not even the case, you know. But it can be even ministry, you know, doing this for the church, going there for the Bible study, doing this for that, making this for that, and it can be a lot. And then we get a little bit tired, or a little bit on edge, a little bit irritated. Well, I just know I'm not totally, my mind is not totally stayed or focused on the word. And that's when, you know, I am the same glass, you know, just let the glass represent me, or you. It's the same glass, you know, but then my cup is not that full of gratitude, thanksgiving, or being thankful, because I'm so busy in my mind. So my mind is not stayed, is not focused, you know, is not steadfast on the word, on the things of the Lord, you know. So that, you know, it's the same glass, but I'm just not that thankful. And instead of waking up and being like, oh, thank you so much for this day. You know, the sun is shining today. It's like, oh, thank you so much for the sunshine. But if the sun wasn't shining, I would still be thankful. Unless I'm really, really, really tired. And then, you know, I might be awakened with, oh, I have to do this. I have to, you see? So my mind is not stayed, is not steadfast on the Lord, on the things that he did for me, on the good things, because the Bible says the earth is full of his goodness. But if my mind is not on his goodness, I'm not thinking about the earth is full of his goodness. Now I'm thinking about different type of things. For everyone, it can be something else. For some, it's their children. For some, it's school. You know, you got schoolwork. For others, you know, education. For others, it's their job, or their co-workers, or their boss. For others, it's something else. It can always be something that our mind is occupied with, and it's not always the word. But it says here, he will keep us in perfect peace. Now, this peace the Bible is talking about is not just peace that we know. No, peace like that. No, it's shalom. It's the Hebrew word shalom. In the Greek, it's the word Irene. So if your name is Irene, it means peace. But he will keep us in perfect peace when my mind is stayed, is focused upon the Lord. Now, if it's not, I will not be that thankful. I might, but I have noticed, let me say it for me, I've noticed I wasn't that thankful. So what happens then? I will not be trusting in the Lord that much, because everything, you know, the cause and effect, everything will have effect to the extent that my mind is stayed upon the Lord. If I am less thankful, guess what will happen? Less grateful, you know, less blessing the Lord. What will happen? Because my mind is not stayed on him, I will not be trusting in the Lord that much. I might still be trusting in the Lord, but not that much. So there will be instances that I'm like, oh, Lord, where are you? I already asked you this or this. Maybe you also understand what I'm talking about. And it's only because half empty glass. And I actually need to trust in the Lord forever. That's what the word says. But now I'm not doing that because my mind is not stayed on him. But it tells me here why I should trust in the Lord forever. Verse 4, for in Jah the Lord is everlasting strength. Well, do you want to have everlasting strength? Do you want to walk in everlasting strength? Well, I do. And the thing is, I know you also. So we need everlasting strength. If you're sick, you need strength, right? And now it says everlasting strength. If you are walking in poverty, you know, there's poverty, there's lack, or there's confusion, or there's envy, there's strife, there's jealousy, whatever is going on, you need some strength. So you get into this word, get your mind stayed upon the Lord again. And how can you do that? Right, you're right, by being thankful. So I just want to show you, this is the first part, because I want to do this in series. So it's not just, oh, be thankful and that's it. No, I wanted to show you today that how you can spot not being thankful is because your mind is not really stayed upon the Lord, and that will down spiral into, I'm not really trusting him, and then I don't have the everlasting strength. But I need to actually trust in the Lord, because for in Jah the Lord is everlasting strength, you know. He has it because he is strength. And then the peace will not be there. So that's the first things first. Well, I see you in the next lunch break.